Today, Thursday, 11th of December, 2025, is a day after we spoke about yesterday, on the 10th of December, 2025. We spoke about the Edwin Diaz thing. And I just want to say this about New York, us New Yorkers. Yo, we're crazy. I don't understand. We were so illogical. We're so stupid. We make up stuff as we go along. I understand we overreacted. I'll get to that later about this Pete Alonso thing. But it's not just this one caller that I hear today. Obviously, there's always that one guy that's an idiot everywhere. There are idiots everywhere, no matter where. There's stupid people everywhere. But instead, all we hear is conspiracy theories about Steve Cohen. Now he only cares. He doesn't give a darn about the Mets. He just cares about the casino and only the casino only. But because of this whole situation of Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz leaving back-to-back days, they offered Edwin Diaz. They broke the bank with Edwin Diaz. They broke the record for the highest paid reliever of all time. That's what they offered him. The Dodgers offered him a little more. He didn't go back to the Mets. He didn't want to be a Met. Nobody wants to be in New York. New York sucks. I keep saying that the whole time. New York sucks. I'm here in New York. It's cold, nasty, taxes suck. California taxes ain't good. But you know what? At least it's sunny. Bad day is 65 degrees outside. That's a bad day. New York, bad day in December. It's like 10 degrees. March, you start in March and April in 35 to 40 degree weather sometimes. 50 degree weather. You don't have good weather till May. Dude, and it's all packed. Everything's compact here and dense. Dude, it sucks here, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, those New Yorkers. This ratted up place. You sit there, traffic's all the damn time, and there's traffic in a lot of places, and including LA. I'm not saying it's better, but it's better weather there. That's a fact. It's just better weather. I don't care what you tell me. And then every other place around the country, including Baltimore, which I've been to, where Pete Alonso went, just letting you know, you call it a rush hour. They got rush hour. And after that, it's a 2 hour bad, and then it's fine. There's no such thing as rush hour here. Rush hour just means worse. It's always bad. Tolls everywhere. What do you mean? I'm not saying Baltimore's perfect either. But, okay. So the Mets, they had 2 bad days. They look bad. And then you go, oh, they just wanted to show Soto, so it was like a whole thing. Dude, they offered Pete Alonso a short-term deal. The last year, he broke the record for the highest paid first baseman of all time and annually. They offered him the same amount per year. They didn't offer him 5 years, which I disagree with, because 5 years, it's not that crazy. I'm going to go after David Stearns next, but us New York fans got to stop. We suck. Stevie Cohen just paid the other reliever from the Yankees, Williams, right? Devin Williams. The stupid guy broke the beard thing for the Yankees. There for 1 year, he broke the beard rule. They overpaid him. They compete against nobody. Because David Stearns likes his boy from Milwaukee. Dude, they competed against nobody. What do you mean? He's cheap. He doesn't care. Okay, he didn't want 5 years. Okay, Stevie Cohen's putting this thing as David Stearns. And I wanted to say this. You guys got to stop with this conspiracy crap. Every time. Oh, it's about the casinos. It's about the casinos. He offered Pete Alonso the most average AAV in the history of baseball for a first baseman. He broke it last year with the same. By the way, it was a 2-year deal. Yes, he opted out after 1 year. Everybody knew it was a 1-year deal. Fine, it was a 1-year deal. The highest paid first baseman of all time is Pete Alonso to this day. And you know what the highest paid first baseman now is? Pete Alonso with the same amount of money, I think, from last year. What do you mean? He broke the bank with Juan Soto just a year ago. And Pete Alonso for 1 year. Devin Williams, he competed against nobody. He broke the record for Edwin Diaz twice. He offered him twice. He got him once. And then the Dodgers broke it a little bit more. And he was willing to pay that. Don't tell me that he's just throwing money and doesn't care. Yes, there are things more important. I get it. But here's the thing. Stop with this conspiracy crap, New York. Next. David Stearns is baseball, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going full boomer. Everybody calls me boomer. All the old people call me young. I'm independent. I don't give a shit. No, I'm sorry. Don't care. This guy, David Stearns, reminds me of everything going on in sports right now. And it started in baseball. Where these computer geeks are saying, I know the game, you don't, you shut up, you're the manager of the team, you don't even do anything, I tell you what to do, I tell you who to pitch, I tell you who to play, and that's it. All this coughing sucks. And all this thing is like, I'm smarter than everybody else. That's what it is. And that's what baseball has become. I don't understand what to look at. Pete Alonso. They don't care about the fans as far as like being a Met for life or being like a hometown guy. Pete Alonso, everything grew up a Met. Everything about him is a Met. Last year he's 38 home runs, and then he says in stupid press conferences, he goes, run prevention, run prevention. What about run, not prevention? What about run, creation? Run creation. Pete Alonso is it. He's always been it. He has the most home runs in the history of the Mets. And you sit there and you go 5 years. If he's a bust after 2, it's not a big deal. Everybody says, not my money. If it's your money, it'd be different. I don't know. It's 5 years. It's not a crazy amount of time. It's not. If he has 2 good years of this 5-year deal in baseball, I told you this yesterday, it's fine. Baseball's the only sport where you could have 2, 3 bad years on a deal and everyone got to go, who cares? We'll move on from it. Do you know the Yankees a couple years ago paid a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal to Anthony Rizzo, who's a first baseman? No one cares because it was a 2-year deal. Move on from him. You move on. Even if it's a 2-year deal and the guy stinks, you move on from a guy. No, that's baseball for you. So nobody says Anthony Rizzo's a bad deal. Pete Alonso, if he has 2 good years, it's a good deal. Congratulations to Baltimore getting him. By the way, us Yankee fans, he might kill us. He really might. But whatever. We'll get to that later. But all these baseball things, it's like, you got to look at this thing and that thing. It's like, wait, time out. The Dodgers, it doesn't take a brain to figure out they are smart, but they spend the most money. Juan Soto, it didn't take a brain to get Juan Soto and free agent. It didn't take a brain for the Yankees because the Yankees changed everything and try to be like Brian Cashman with his ego and go, years ago, I remember this. Brian Cashman gets up there at the press conference and goes, it's not fair that people say, I think I could do good in small markets. Shut up. Good thing you got resources. That guy, Billy Bean, everybody thinks he's God. The guy had an opportunity to go to all the resources in Boston. He said no. That's on you. That's on you. You could have spent the money. You could have spent the money in Boston, but you said, nah, I want to show Oakland. And it worked out for him personally. But it didn't work out for the A's. And it worked out for the Red Sox anyways. And the guy who took over in Boston years ago, who went to Chicago, he's a genius forever. Because he uses brains and he uses the money too. He used the resources. Andrew Friedman in LA. He went from Tampa, but then Boston tries to play the same game with the guy Chaim Bloom, and he sucks. He sucks because he thinks he's smarter than everyone else, and he's not. He's a bozo like me. This guy David Stearns is starting to be like that. Oh, I know better. That's the problem. And everybody says, you gotta look at those numbers and look at this. Shut up. It was very easy to see. Brandon Nimmo, okay, fine. It's a little sentimental. Whatever. He's not that great. He's whatever. Pete Alonso, the 5-year deal. The guy had a great year last year. 272 first baseman. 38 bombs. And this is what you do. This is all these GMs. They think they're geniuses. They're not. They're not. They are in some ways, yes. Good for them. They have a good, nice paying job to feed their family. That's all I got to say about them. It's just everything. And then they go, oh, what about this guy? And Dave Dombrowski saw it early. He saw it early back in Montreal, and then the Marlins where he spent money, and then the Marlins told him you have to get rid of everybody. He goes, I'm only going to teams that spend money. And everybody says, well, what do you do Detroit? They had bad teams. Well, he built up Detroit, and he spent a lot of money, and they made 2 championships, and they made the LCS a couple times. Dave Dombrowski in Boston wins the championship, spends the most money. It didn't take a genius to be like, oh, the guy, he thinks deep, he thinks profound. No. It's so ridiculous. And everybody talks about like that team is just, they're just like, they win the World Series. They make the World Series without spending dimes. No, they don't. San Diego becomes good because why? They bring in Machado. They bring in Bogarts. They become a good, solid team. Suddenly, right? It's just ridiculous. It's insane. And all these people go, I'm not saying to spend like a drunk sailor at a bar. Okay, it's not a casino or a bar. I get it. I'm not stupid. But all these guys like David Stearns, oh, we're not going to spend money on Pete Alonso for a 5-year deal. It's 5 years. It's not that long. And that's the problem. That's the problem. His power's going to be there till 35 years old. He's not going to be the best till at 35, 36. But so what? You have 1 or 2 bad years with the guy. It's not a big freaking deal. Enough. And enough. And then stop with the fans. Like, he's different. It's not Brandon Nimmo. It's very different. And he goes, oh, you can't just play it on emotions. No, we're not talking about a 40-year-old that's still trying to play. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a 31-year-old that you could sign him for a 5-year deal, and it won't be the biggest deal if he stinks after 3 years. Because everyone expects him to have 3 good years. That's the problem. All these geniuses think they're geniuses. I'm better. I'm smarter than you. What the heck? You're the same brain as us. You might work hard, but shut up. Stop thinking too deep. It's not that deep. Get out of here. And all those people go, you're a boomer. Shut up. You know what you are? You're a bozo. That's what you are. Because you don't think either. You just go, this guy's better because he has better WAR, and he's better plate appearances and patience, and he's better shuffle, and he's better this. Who gives a shit? No, seriously. The guy's 35 bombs. Big deal. 270. He's good. Enough with this like, well, according to this stat and that stat. Because people say analytics is just a word for stats. No. It is because it's synonymous. It's the word. It's the same synonym, right? I understand it. I'm not stupid. But you know what analytics mean? It means that like, I know more than you because the analytics say it. I don't watch the game. I don't care because I got analytics. This is the problem in every freaking sport. They run the ball every time because the average game is like 3.2. Just run the ball every time. So stupid. 4th and 1. We go for it because analytics say. How many points are off the board in football because they don't kick the field goal? They go, oh yeah, but you haven't been watching. Dude, again, it's just insane. There's a little like normalcy there. I get some things, but this is getting out of hand. It's outrageous. This ain't like, oh, we got to think about emotions of fans. No, Pete Alonso's different. Enough. He wasn't asking for 100 years. Bye, have a good day. Enough with these geeks. Okay, I appreciate geeks. I appreciate nerds for studying a lot. They cure cancer. But like, it's like these kids, like they couldn't play a sport and they go, let's think too deep, 2 steps ahead of the players because the players don't know what the hell they're doing. That's the problem. Bye, have a good day.